This is the BYD Atto 2. Now, amazingly, they're going to have an Atto 1 and an Atto 3, so this will sit in between them. What is it? Well, it is a compact SUV electric car, so an EV. Look, the first thing to say is the price. 31,990, 32 grand plus on roads for the base model. It'll be 35,990 for the one you see here, the top spec car. For an electric small SUV, that undercuts the competition by around 6 or 7 grand, depending on the car that you're looking at. That is a very big statement from a company that is pushing really hard for some market share here in Australia. Anyway, let's take a look at this little guy. So 5 doors, obviously, with the hatch. This version is the top spec. We get 17-inch rims with a hand-cooked tyre, so it's nice to see it's homologated with a big tyre. Pretty conventional looking front end. What I love about basic cars these days is that they're all getting LED lights as standard. So you've got LED driving lights, you've got an LED headlight. Not something that you would have even seen 5 years ago in top spec stuff. I can tell you under here, there is room for a front, like a front trunk or a front sort of bucket for stuff, but it doesn't actually have one on board. So you might be going to one of the, let's say, Chinese wholesalers to find something that suits you. If you want to charge the car, here is the charging hole. Doesn't make it too easy. It is on driver's side, so if you think the curb is on the opposite side and you want to charge the car, it does make it a little bit hard. Let's quickly talk about the battery in the car. 51 kilowatt hour lithium iron phosphate battery, their Blade technology. Now they say that it will take up to 82 kilowatts of what they call direct charge, so DC current. So what that does, they've muddled the maths a little bit. 10 to 80% is kind of the range that you use when you drive your car. You can charge your car from 10% to 80% capacity in a claimed 38 minutes. So let's say you park at Woolies, they've got the charger there, you put it on the DC charger, you'll pretty much get a full tank of juice by the time you're back with the trolley. If you want to charge it at home on a 7 kilowatt wall box, it'll take about 8 hours. So if you've got solar on the roof, say you work at home, if you left the car home for a day, you can get pretty much a full charge for free from the sun in that 1 day's time. What else can we talk about the car? Look, it's roomy. Let's have a look at the inside. Actually, one thing I do want to get Ollie to have a look at, normal door handles. Sounds like a weird thing to focus on, right? But there's no weird pressing here to get your thumb in. It's just a normal door handle, which we really love. And got a little thumb there so you can lock it. So, and while we're here, let's have a look at the inside, mate. I think that is a stunning interior for the money. I really do. Now, BYDs have a feature on the center there. We can actually rotate that screen from portrait to landscape. And I can tell you that this will be one of the last cars to actually have that feature because, funnily enough, everyone used it once, never used it again. So it's something they're going to take out of the car. I love this sort of trim here as well. You know, everything is soft touch. Wherever you put your elbows or your hands, even the quality of the buttons, just little things like that. It shows me that BYD means business and they're not going to really charge you for it. In terms of sitting in, the seat goes all the way down, which I love. You're not sitting up and high. You've got the gear shift is up under the column here. So you've got all of this area in the center that's spare. You've got a large phone charger in the top spec one. Doesn't come in the base one. A nice deep bin. Apparently there are 30 receptacles to lose stuff aboard the Atto 2. And you can see massive glass roof here with a cover. So you can actually cover yourself against the harsh Australian sun. Because this is a family car, they're kind of aiming it as a second car for a lot of people. So they might have a diesel or a petrol or a hybrid in the driveway. An electric car makes a fantastic second car if you just want to, a short commute to work or taking the kids to sport or to school. So in the back seat, we have room for 2 ISOFIX baby seats either side. There are actually 3 top tethers, so if you've got 3 rug racks, you can probably jam them all in. They don't miss out on too much. Probably the only thing I would comment is that the center vent, there's only one vent for the rear. I love this, multiple pockets. So you can stick your phone in there, you can stick a couple of things as well. So just little simple things that kind of make the car more practical. Speaking of practical, come this way, Ollie, we'll have a look in the boot. Now I noticed no powered tailgate. So yeah, not so much of a big thing. Again, think of the price of the car. So we've got a cargo cover here, about 340 litres of space. So that's plenty of space for your shopping. You can see that the base is fairly high. We'll have a look under there. You can see all the gubbins. We've got electric cables and we've got the dreaded goo kit, so you have to keep that in mind, that that's not a spare wheel in any way, shape or form. If you get a big nail or a big screw in the side of the tyre, then the goo kit may not help you. I would advise talking to your dealer about maybe seeing if you can get a run flat tyre or one of those space saver spares if you're going to take a longer trip, to make sure that you're okay in the Atto 2. Flop the seats down, you get just over 1,000 litres of cargo space, so that's enough for a few suitcases if you want to get away from the kids for a little while. In terms of the design, pretty conservative but nice. Nothing too outrageous on the Atto 2. I will comment, I'm not a mad fan of the colours. They are a little bit conservative, but hey, if that's the worst thing I can say about the car, I think that's saying something. In terms of the power and driving ability of the car, we've got 130 kilowatts of power. We've got a 290 Newton meter torque range, and of course, because it's electric, it's all available instantly. I've had a quick drive of the car today, and what I love is what we call throttle tip-in. The way that you actuate that throttle or the accelerator is so super smooth that it takes away a lot of the criticisms that people have had about electric cars, in that they can be quite jerky and quite rough under your hands there. With a nice smooth throttle, it almost feels like you're in a regular petrol or diesel car. Steering is nice. The ride is soft and comfortable without being overly roly-poly, so it's not going to upset anybody too much in the car. What else can I tell you? 6 years warranty. They've got 104 dealers at the moment. BYD says it's aiming for something like 140. They've already got dealers in Northern Territory. They've already got dealers in Tasmania. They understand that if they want to be a big player in the Australian game, they need to have dealers that can service the cars, can look after them for parts in every corner of our large land, and it sounds like they're on a mission to get that done. I think the BYD Atto 2 is certainly worth a look if you're in the market for a compact electric car, maybe as a second car for the family, maybe even as a first car for the kids if they're lucky enough. But if you want to see more about the Atto 2, make sure you click on to carsales.com.au for all the news and reviews about the BYD brand.